In the last video, we talked about how the Illuminati was founded and why it was officially shut down. But did it really disappear? Today, we're following the traces that suggest the organization never truly vanished. The Illuminati, since its founding in 1776, stood against religion and traditional state power. They called themselves the Enlightened Ones, and their stated goal was enlightenment. According to them, religion, authority, and inherited power structures were blinding humanity. They believed true knowledge shouldn't belong to everyone. Instead, it had to remain in the hands of a selected elite. Why? Because they saw the general public as weak, easily manipulated, and incapable of handling the truth. For that reason, they argued that power should not rest with the people. It should belong to those they considered more intelligent, more conscious, and naturally fit to rule. This belief was the most dangerous aspect of the Illuminati. They assumed an authority no one had given them, and they answered to no one. Over time, they began working to weaken religious influence, limit state power, and implant the idea of a new world order directly into the human mind. They presented themselves as saviors, but their real goal was to destroy the existing system and replace it with their own version of truth. To them, the goal was sacred, and that meant any method was justified. Secrecy, manipulation, harsh tactics, dark strategies. In 1787, the Bavarian Illuminati, led by Adam Weishaupt, was officially dissolved. For some historians, this was the end of their story. But other writings suggest that the organization didn't vanish, only its visible structure did. Some even claim its influence continued through major world events, including one of the most significant turning points in history, the French Revolution. Official history describes the French Revolution as a spontaneous uprising of the people against a corrupt monarchy. But what if that narrative is incomplete? In the late 1790s, a writer named Augustin Barruel published a detailed work titled Memoirs Illustrating the History of According to Barruel, the French Revolution was not spontaneous at all. It was planned. It was designed to destroy the monarchy, the church, and the aristocratic order. And behind this plan, he claimed, stood secret societies including the Illuminati. At the time, France was ruled by an absolute monarchy. The king held all the power, and the church had immense political influence. But it wasn't just about religion. There was severe inequality, economic collapse, and widespread injustice. The people were suffering. Barruel argued that secret brotherhoods exploited this unrest. They couldn't act openly, so they worked silently from the shadows. They infiltrated influential circles. They spread revolutionary ideas. They slowly shaped the minds of the public. According to him, the Illuminists' greatest achievement wasn't just secrecy. It was constructing a mindset that was ready and willing to overthrow authority. This system of influence was later transferred to the Jacobin, a radical political club during the Revolution. The Jacobin used these methods to dismantle the monarchy, weaken the church, and eliminate aristocratic power. The revolution began in 1789 with the storming of the Bastille. It ended in 1799. Now, consider the timing. The revolution began only a few years after the Illuminati was officially disbanded in Bavaria. To Barruel, this was no coincidence. On the surface, a corrupt system had fallen. But what followed was chaos. The reign of terror, mass executions, economic collapse, rising violence. Eventually, out of this chaos, a new leader emerged. Napoleon Bonaparte's power became centralized once again. What began as a fight for liberation ended in bloodshed and a new form of authority. This suggests the goal was never true freedom for the people. The goal was chaos, a chaotic state that could be reshaped and controlled into a new order. What happened in France didn't just stay in France, It reshaped Europe and influenced the future global system. Perhaps it was only the first phase of something much larger. Over the centuries, the name Illuminati never disappeared. In fact, its symbols started appearing everywhere. In cartoons, in films, in music, in popular culture, pyramids, the all-seeing eye, hidden signatures, and gestures. Sometimes they're obvious. Sometimes they're so subtle. They're designed to speak directly to your subconscious. Some people dismiss all of this as a coincidence. Others call it a baseless conspiracy theory. But disbelief is exactly what benefits invisibility. Because true power doesn't need to be seen to be effective. And perhaps the greatest success of the Illuminati is this: even while we sit here and debate whether they still exist, their ideas of control and a new world order remain active inside our collective mind. What do you think? Was the French Revolution a calculated step in a larger plan? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you found this interesting, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into hidden history.